Just yesterday, the newspapers were full of headlines, front sections, front page. Middle-class people, Americans, are dying younger and younger and younger. Middle class is shrinking because they're dying younger and younger. There's more dying that are being born. We're not talking about China with a one-child thing. No, this is America. There are more people dying in the middle class than there are being born. And, of course, we know that Americans rank 43rd. We've been saying that forever. It was just reset just 2 days ago. Americans rank 43rd in the world when it comes to longevity. And we're spending more money for health care than 200 nations in the world, registered in the United Nations. We're spending more money each year for health care than them, and yet we rank 43rd. The top 20 longevity cultures are all third world cultures. Hello. There's something wrong here. Of course, our children will be the first generation of Americans that do not live as long as their parents. What is going on here? Well, our food no longer has the nutrients in it just for basic needs of every cell in your body. Okay, you cannot get everything. I don't care if you spend $1,000 a meal. You import food from all over the world. You cannot get everything you need. You know, there's a thing. Steve Jobs died at 56. Iwata died at 55. Joe Biden, Vice President Joe Biden's son, died at 47. And past President Jimmy Carter's grandson died at 28. What is going on here? That's because they no longer have the nutrients you must supplement. Once you get a hold of the books, contact your young associate. Get a hold of the books, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Disease Transmission, the associated DVD, Somebody Needs to Go to Jail, the associated CD, Public Enemy #1, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, the book, the CD, and the DVD, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and then Rare Earths and Cures. You will be amazed, okay? And once you get a hold, there's a new CD out, and you may have a hard time getting it. It's going off the shelf so fast. A stick of butter a day keeps the doctor away. A stick of butter a day keeps the doctor away. I'm telling you, you must get this because there's thousands of failed medical theories every century, 5,000 years ago through now. The 20th century, 21st century is no different. You know, you need the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 minerals, 3 fatty acids. If you cannot get them from your food, guess what? You must supplement. Contact your young associate. Say, I need the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 minerals, 3 fatty acids. Get a hold of the books, Epigenetics and the CDs, the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and the CDs and DVDs. Get a hold of the book Rare Earths and Cures, and the newest CD, A Stick of Butter a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. Because one of the most terrible theories, okay, has been that saturated fat and cholesterol is the cause of cardiovascular disease. No, not even close. Okay, that was just a sales campaign to sell a product, okay, to sell a competing product. They demonized cholesterol and saturated fat so they could sell a product. This is now legendary. Two full-page article in the Wall Street Journal, cover story in the Time magazine, okay? This is no doubt about it. This is drop dead the truth. The whole thing to demonize cholesterol and saturated fat was a sales campaign to sell a product. It had nothing to do with the truth. When they got us on cholesterol-restricted diets, we got low T, ED, menopause at age 35, adrenal exhaustion, Alzheimer's disease, and many other diseases. The only thing that happened when we got on a low cholesterol diet and a low saturated fat diet, no eggs, no butter, lots of margarine and cooking oils and salad dressings, guess what? Oh, gosh, the pharmaceutical companies became rich. Testosterone patches, Viagra, Cialis, Premarin for women at 35 going through menopause, adrenal hormones, and oh, yeah, you got it, nursing homes and drugs for Alzheimer's patients, all because people got on a low cholesterol diet and took cholesterol-lowering drugs, statin drugs. Doctors make $1 trillion a year just on the sale of statin drugs. But guess what? They make much more than that just by having patients come in with diseases that are caused by their bad advice, bad medical theories. Alzheimer's disease is a physician-caused disease. Get over it. Contact your young associate. Ask for the books, Epigenetics, the book Dead Doctors Don't Lie, the book Rare Earths and Cures. Don't forget the CDs, Public Enemy #1, Dead Doctors Don't Lie, and The Stick of Butter a Day Keeps the Doctor Away. Don't forget the DVDs. Let's see here. DVDs would be Somebody Needs to Go to Jail and also Dead Doctors Don't Lie. And it's just one of those things where you must educate yourself. Education is going to be the salvation of America. If we don't do these things, you just look at these statistics, middle-class people dying sooner. There's more people dying in the middle class that are being born in America alone. And, of course, we rank 43rd in the world in longevity. Are you kidding me? What is going on here? What is going on here? So we must supplement properly, the 90 essential nutrients, 16 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 minerals, 3 fatty acids. We must supplement, and we must avoid the bad foods, fried foods, processed meats, oils, and gluten. Stay away from the free radicals, the inflammation. They increase your risk of cancer as much as 462%, right? And, of course, just avoiding these things will add many healthy years to your life. Save your kids. Save your grandkids. You need to be giving the 90 essential nutrients to young couples who are dating seriously, who are getting engaged, getting married. These are ones who are, these are ones who are, without a doubt, in trouble because they've been listening to the medical system, and it's just amazing. It's taken this long for the results to show. I was yelling about this in the 1960s. Well, guess what? It's all coming true now, and it's going to take you and me, moms and dads, grandpas and grandpas, to take care of it because the medical system has failed us. The government has failed us. Well, stick with us. We're going to be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
Well, going into the holidays here, I thought we might talk a little bit about weight loss, as people often complain about gaining weight through the holidays with all the cookies, cakes, and pies they're exposed to. And this is a Fox News story headline, Top 5 Weight Loss Tips for 2016. They say weight loss tips change frequently as the seasons. One month it's cutting out carbs, the next it's eliminating fat. They say the tips that are offered here don't involve extreme diets or overemphasize exercise, but instead rely on strategies that set you up for success. They say weight loss doesn't start at the dinner table or even at the grocery store. It starts in the kitchen. They recommend you switching to smaller sized plates, clearing your cabinets of snacks, implementing portion control, and avoiding senseless munching. Oh, that might be called a pica and cribbing that I've heard you talk about. And they say planning when you eat is almost as important as what you eat. And this one I'd never heard. I've been working with you for 20 years, and we've talked a lot about weight loss in that time frame, and never heard this one before. It says brush your teeth after eating. And they say it's because after you, not to do it right after the meal because dentists recommend that it'll causes to wear away your tooth enamel. But they say brush 30 minutes after dinner, and that may prevent late night snacking because the minty flavor makes eating more put off. And so, yeah, I'm thinking that one's really working real well for you. They say don't make big dietary changes. Not wise to adopt a dramatic diet renovation. Integrate small changes into your eating regime, such as eliminating sugary beverages, changing breakfast cereals, or even using whole grain breads, all of which I think you would disagree with, except for maybe the sugary drinks. And they say eat foods with high water contents. They say offer a number of benefits, balances body fluids, helps control calories, energizes muscles. Eat fruits and vegetables with high water content such as apples, kiwis, celery, and cucumbers. They say follow the half-plate rule. Half-plate rule is filling up half of your dinner plate with vegetables and fruits. They say it's more effective weight loss strategy than counting calories and analyzing nutrition labels. And this one you actually would agree with, I believe. It says, have eggs for breakfast. Breakfast of eggs is the secret to weight loss. Eggs are low in calories, high in protein, and they contain essential nutrients. Egg-based breakfast also reduces the risk of turning to otherwise less healthy breakfast alternatives such as bagels, muffins, and sugary cereals. So out of all of those, I think getting rid of sugary drinks and eating eggs is about all that we would agree with here.
Exactly. Of course, weight gain and weight loss is due to the deficiency of a class of nutrients. Any one of those nutrients in that class, if you're deficient, you're going to gain weight. And if it's serious, you're really seriously low, you're going to become obese, 35 pounds or more, where you're at ideal weight for your height. And there's 3 of those nutrients in that class of nutrients. If you're deficient in any one of those, you're going to be the 400-pound, 600-pound, 800-pound person. I've seen people as big as 1,200 pounds. And we get them on the 90 essential nutrients with a little bit of extra of the nutrients in that class. Plus, we have a weight loss accelerator called REV, R-E-V. I go ahead and do what we call the healthy weight loss package, 1 per 100 pounds of body weight per month. And guess what? You'll lose a half a pound and 2 pounds a day. And the magic is you'll never gain the weight back as long as you stay on the 90 for life, appropriate for body weight. This is where you want to get a hold of the book, Hell's Kitchen. When you buy the book, Hell's Kitchen, which describes all this, if you get it from your Longevity associate, the book Hell's Kitchen, asks for a free copy of the CD by the same title, Hell's Kitchen, and learn how you can lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. Never gain the weight back as long as you stay on the 90 essential nutrients, because weight gaining and being obese is due to a lack of nutrition, not eating too much or lack of exercise. Just another failed theory. Okay. Thank you, Doug. Super job as usual. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these minutes. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to San Francisco, California. And Moody, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hi, is that Moody with an M?
With a B, as in boy.
Moody. Okay, Booty. Okay, Booty.
Yes.
How can we help you, sir?
Yes, I spoke to you shortly before Thanksgiving asking for a formal prescription for my mom's treatment of glaucoma and cataract for the Indonesian customers. You said that somebody from your office will give me a call, but I haven't received any phone call yet. And my mom currently, is taking like daily classic, oxidative BBT, osteofix, selenium, EFA plus, and sweetener.
What was the last one?
Number one. And sweeties. Right now, yeah.
Sweeties, okay.
So at the supplements, I have sent her have been on hold at the
Okay, well, I would just add a couple of things here. When somebody has glaucoma and cataracts, there's two different things going on in the eye. One is free radical damage. That's the cataracts to the very sensitive proteins in the lens. And, of course, glaucoma, there could be some free radical damage to the lining of the small blood vessels in the eye, which can cause increased pressure of the eye. And so in addition to what you're giving your mom, which is perfect, how much does your mom weigh?
No, I'm asking for the letter. Right now, my mom already declared free from glaucoma, and the cataract on her left eye is already gone.
Oh, so, sure, she's already seeing benefit. Okay. Yeah, well, here's what you need to do is just hang on. When you and I are done here, hang on, and Doug will get your phone number, right, and make sure you get contacted. Okay, so that's what we're going to do there. Okay, just hang on. When you and I are done, don't hang up. Just hang on, and Doug will get your phone number and see that you are contacted. Okay, so obviously if you're buying products, you're in the system somewhere, so you do have somebody who is what we could call one of your mentors, okay, kind of thing, one of your leaders in our organization, because you're buying product. You may not know who it is, and you can call customer information, and you give them your ID number, and they'll tell you who your leader is, who's kind of your mentor, will kind of walk you through this. You can also hang on and get your number to Doug, and he'll kind of get you going in the right direction there to find out what you need to do. But I would also throw in, remember, she got rid of all the bad stuff. And if she's actually getting better that quickly, and her one cataract's gone, and her glaucoma's getting better, that means she's doing a very, very good job. You're doing a very, very good job. But just make sure she's staying away from the bad stuff, the fried foods, the processed meats, all the gluten. And call us every month, at least, maybe every 2 weeks. Give us a continuous stream of progress report, and because people need to hear this. Thank you so much for sharing, Booty. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages.
Let's head to Florida. And Robert, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Robert, you're on the air.
Yes, Dr. Wallach. First, I'm a Christian, and my wife and I were trying to have more children.
Okay.
We're having problems having children. We had our first daughter after being together for 6 years. Our daughter's 4 years old now, and we're trying to have more kids.
Okay. Now, first of all, how old are you both?
My wife is 34. I'm 35.
Okay, you should be right at the peak of your fertility. Did your wife have any history of skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, or psoriasis?
No, sir. She had problems with her irregular menstrual cycle.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, I'm not
And,
asking that. I'm not asking that. Does she have any problems with respiratory problems? Asthma, bronchitis, anything like that?
yes, she did have asthma for a number of years, and sometimes she does have problems.
Sometimes it pops back up. Okay, Charmaine?
Yes.
Are you there?
I'm here.
What is the basic underlying problem of Robert and his wife's fertility problems?
She can't absorb because she has a gluten problem.
What happens when you have a gluten problem?
It like tears up your intestinal wall, so there's sores inside the wall of your intestine, and you can't absorb anymore
You
because
can't
it's all
absorb
inflamed.
nutrients. Yeah,
Right.
that's why she's having an irregular cycle and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so what would you do for her? Because they want to be fertile, they want to have another kid, or two or three. And so, what would you do for this nice young couple?
I would get them on a gluten-free diet, no wheat, barley, rye, or oats, and then I would get her on a healthy brain and heart pack per 100 pounds of body weight, and tell her to wait for I would wait at least 6 months after you're on that, and then try to get pregnant.
Very good. Good advice. Okay, Robert, you got it? Absolutely no. This includes you. You got to be the same way. The dog, the cat, the bird, fish, mother-in-law, rancher, everybody living in the house, this new child that you already have, the 4-year-old daughter, everybody's got to be gluten-free. No wheat, barley, rye, and oats, no fried food, no processed meats, no oils, no gluten. And then, how much does your wife weigh?
She's at 160.
Okay, then I'd give her 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month, as Shar said, a full dose of everything at breakfast and dinner time. That's going to give her the basic nutrients all of her cells in her body need, including the ovaries and everything else associated with the female stuff. And then, as Shar said, she's got to wait. You guys got to wait. She's got to be on the gluten-free diet for 6 months. She's got to be in the 90 cents of nutrients for 6 months, and by then her cycle should be regular, and then go for a pregnancy. Because if you get pregnant too soon, there could be a miscarriage. There could be a baby born with a birth defect, because we want to make sure her body is super saturated with all the 90 cents of nutrients before a pregnancy occurs. But we are very successful. We get thousands of women pregnant every year, even ones in their 50s and 60s. So, ladies, if you're out there, if you want to try this and you're 60 years old, be careful, because anything can happen. Give us a call. And, of course, we know we're going to have a very beautiful baby. We'll be back with Dead Doctor Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to New York. And Mike, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Mike, you're on the air.
How you
Sure,
doing,
how can we
Doc?
help you?
And Thanks,
Okay.
thanks for your commitment to greatness.
Well, thank you. You're very
I've been
kind.
listening to almost all your tapes now. I'm doing seconds, and funny thing is, after ordering the Z Radical and taking everything that it prescribed, I said, you know what, I want to go do a whole blood test and see what my doctor says. I changed doctors because I didn't want the old doctor to know me before, so I did this on purpose. So I sat down with a doctor last Tuesday. He sits down with me like I committed suicide. I murdered somebody in his office. And he looks at me in the eye and says, everything was perfect except for one thing, your cholesterol. You have got to, he sounded as if I was going to die in his office. And so I said, well, what's wrong with my cholesterol? He said, your cholesterol is so high, you're 293. Now, Doc, just so you know, since I've been listening to your tapes, I've been doing everything you prescribe. I've cut down on my carbs, so I only do carbs at lunch. Because I don't know if you remember the tape that you did about them doing the test experiment with the lab animals. They cut down their carbs, gave them carbs twice a day and then once a day, and it increased their life. So I do carbs only once a day, which is lunch. So my cholesterol is now 293, and he
what do you weigh?
Prescribed 200.
He prescribed a statin drug, did he?
3.
Oh, 3 statin drugs.
So
Well,
I sat
wouldn't
down
take
with
them.
him, and I said, he says, what do you eat? I said, I have 3 eggs. He almost jumped out of his chair. I wish you were there to see this. I was like, this guy, he could not possibly not know that he was that way off. I mean, seriously, because everything I'm doing now, and I've prescribed to a lot of my friends, and they're seeing results. So I'm kind of surprised that this is not out there in the mainstream.
Well, they're not.
So
you're talking about mainstream and medical doctors' medicine, right? they still believe in the old failed theory that cholesterol is a bad thing, and that they want to get you down below 200. If they get you down below 140, get you down to 110, they're happy, but then you die. If you don't die suddenly, you're going to die from chronic problems with Alzheimer's disease and that sort of stuff. You won't have much fun unless you're on Cialis or Viagra because you're going to have ED, right? And so, Charmaine?
Yes.
Okay, what should our blood cholesterol be?
He's right on. At 220 to 270, 293 is perfect.
Yeah, and of course, this has to do with a class of hormones called steroid hormones, which is testosterone, estrogen, progesterone, and adrenal hormones. And they require cholesterol as raw material to make them. You require cholesterol to maintain your brain so you don't get Alzheimer's disease. Okay? Now, Shar, you weigh about, 110 pounds, 105 pounds. How many eggs do you eat a day?
I eat 3 eggs a day, for sure.
2?
And then sometimes more. 3.
Yeah, you had 3 this morning.
Yeah, I eat 3, and sometimes more if I have eggs again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so what's going to happen here is there's a wonderful study written as a case report published in the New England Journal of Medicine in March 1991. Remember, this is in the New England Journal of Medicine, March of 1991. It's a case report. This old guy's 88 years old. He looks like he's 50. He's having the sex life of an 18-year-old guy. He's eating 25 eggs a day, been doing it for 17 years. Okay? And so don't worry about it. When you look at the Inuit Eskimos, their blood cholesterol is around 350 to 500. They have the lowest rates of cardiovascular disease and heart attacks and strokes of anybody in the world, and yet their blood cholesterol is around 350 to 500. And even 325, I'd be excited because that just means you're sexy. Okay? And just kind of go that direction. You're doing fine. Wouldn't hurt to get the what would you throw here at Mike to actually help his body make more testosterone from the cholesterol? What milk products would you give him?
You could take the Zero Test.
Zero Test, you're exactly right. XERATEST. Take 2 or 3 of those twice a day. If you weigh 150, 160, take 2. If you weigh 180, 220, take 3 Zero Test twice a day. And what else would you give him?
You could take the Prost-FX.
Well, there you go, Prost-FX. Take 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. And Katie bar the door because you're going to be like your 18-year-olds again, Mike. Thanks for your doctor. Say, you might want to email him. Say, yeah, I've contacted my reference, and he says, we want to know, doctor, what your blood cholesterol is, and we can save you from yourself if you're interested. Okay. How much time we have here, Doug?
We've got time to go to another one. Let's head to Canada. And Jim, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Jim, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. It's good to talk to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I've talked to you a couple of times before about my wife, and she had a couple of strokes, but she has recovered quite well. The only thing is she cannot walk by herself anymore, not with a walker. She walks with a walker when I walk behind her with the wheelchair, but sometimes the one foot goes in front of the other, and she has to sit down fast, so that's why I can catch her in the wheelchair. And another problem she has when she sits in the wheelchair most of the day, sometimes she says she's wobbly. She cannot sit straight, and sometimes. Okay,
well, how much does she weigh? About
180.
Okay, how tall is she?
5'4".
Okay, at 5'4", I'd like to see her weigh 135, 140. Needs to lose maybe 40, 50 pounds. And so, Char, what would you do for this lady who's had several strokes? She's got some long-lasting complications here. She's 40, 50 pounds overweight. What would you do for her?
I would get her on 2 healthy brain and heart packs, but then I'd also add the Ultimate Daily Classic and the Niacin Plus and the Cardio Stick. And I think she's probably got arthritis too, and I'd add some glucogel too for the bones.
Yeah, 15 glucogel a day, 2 large bottles a month. Very good. You get an A+. And, of course, the Ultimate Daily Classic, the Ultimate Cardio Sticks, and the Ultimate Niacin Plus. She's take 3 of each of the Ultimate Daily Classic twice a day. That's 2 bottles a month. 2 a day, 1 at breakfast, 1 at dinner time of the Ultimate Cardio Sticks, and 2 of the Ultimate Niacin Plus breakfast and dinner. That's 2 bottles a month. And this is to support healthy blood pressure, healthy blood flow in the brain, and so forth. And then just for a quickie here, I would also throw in the Synaptive to make sure everything's up there. Don't forget the glucogel 15 of those a day, 2 large bottles a month. The Synaptive, 2 twice a day, 2 bottles a month. And call us in 2 weeks and 4 weeks and 6 weeks. And she'll lose a little bit of weight here. Make sure she's gluten-free. She'll lose some weight. If she can't, we'll get her on the REV, R-E-V. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Youngtivity, 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Detroit, Michigan. And Anthony, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Anthony. Hey. You're on the air.
Hey, Dr. Wallach. God bless you. God bless you. I have 2 young ladies.
Thank you.
One is 17 years old. She's 5'4", 105 pounds, and she's been getting dizzy and passing out, and it's been going on for about a month now, her mom said. And they're waiting on, I guess, the doctor test results that they did on her.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What about number 2?
Number 2, 5'4", 78 years old, 124 pounds, and she's been dealing with ulcers 3 to 4 months now, and she has
gastric ulcers.
Ulcers
in her skin or ulcers in her belly?
In her belly.
Okay.
And Raynaud's in her fingers.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's do the 78-year-old first. It's the easiest one. This could be gastric ulcers. Could be an infection with a bug called H. pylori, Helicobacter pylori. And Raynaud's has to do with PAD, peripheral artery disease in the fingers. And get a cold glass, pick up something cold, frozen food. The blood just goes out of the hand, and it's just very painful. And so what would you do for increased circulation, Shar?
I would give her the Daily Classic, the Niacin Plus, and the Cardio Stick.
Okay, and what would you give her for infections, for bugs?
I'd give her the Killer Biotic.
Very good. Wouldn't hurt to also throw in some colloidal silver, okay, because that'll also help kill bugs. And so, yeah, I'd give her, at 124 pounds, what basic multiple would you give her?
I'd give her the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack.
There you go. With Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, divided in half a dose serving at breakfast and dinner. She could take a dropper full of the colloidal silver twice a day in a glass of water, or half a glass of water, to kill bugs in her stomach. I'm sure the doctor will give her a prescription if she does have gastric ulcers for killing the bugs. She needs to be rid of all the bad stuff in fried foods, processed meats, oils, or gluten. And the Raynaud's, she already said, very good. A+ is the Ultimate Daily Classic Tablets, the Ultimate Cardio Sticks, and the Ultimate Niacin Plus. What would you do for this gal who passes out? She's only 17 years old. What would you think might do that?
Well, she could have low blood pressure.
Low blood pressure or low blood?
Sugar.
Sugar, yep. And so low blood pressure is easy. Take a blood pressure, have her stand up quickly and take her blood pressure and see if it goes up or down or stays the same. And, of course, if they took blood tests, then they'll know what her blood sugar is. And, of course, this could be reactive hypoglycemia, and you want to find out, does she pass out a half hour, an hour after eating, or is it not sort of predictable? It could happen any time. Does she get drowsy after she eats dinner and sitting on the couch watching TV? This could be reactive hypoglycemia. What would you do for a 105-pound, 17-year-old girl for maybe a blood sugar problem?
I'd put her on a healthy blood sugar pack, one.
Okay, one healthy blood sugar pack, absolutely. And what diet would you put her on?
A gluten-free diet, of course. No wheat, barley, rye, or oats, and also no burnt animal fat, no salad oils, no fried foods. That's a
okay. How much sugar would you let her have? How much sugar would you let her have?
She needs to restrict it as much as she can.
Yeah, no sugar, no juices, no fruit. She can get everything she needs from fruit out of steamed vegetables without the worry of sugar. And so she's, as you say, Shari, she needs protein with every meal. Steamed vegetables and eggs, steamed vegetables and red meat, steamed vegetables and fish, steamed vegetables and poultry. Stay away from carbohydrates and sugars until they figure this out. But my guess would be if she keeps passing out, she could have anything from type 1 diabetes to type 2 diabetes to reactive hypoglycemia, hyperinsulinemia. In the old days, we'd call these things narcolepsy. This is where people, they'll eat a big meal, have a lot of carbohydrates or maybe a soft drink or something, or a milkshake with lots of sugar in it, and a half hour later they're driving, they can fall asleep, cross over the center line, kill somebody else, kill themselves. Okay, give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know all the information after these people see their doctors. Thank you, Anthony. All right. Thank you so much, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you, Doug and Sam. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.